Now let's go to another big story today, Caleb. Transgrid CEO Brett Redman, he's called for the New South Wales government to extend the life cycle of Eraring, the largest coal-fired power station. He said that it's needed as insurance for Australia's struggling energy supply. What's been the response by the New South Wales government, and do you think there is any chance that any Labor government is going to step in to extend the lifespan of a coal-fired power station?
Well, I mean, the New South Wales Labor government has already indicated that, you know, they're open to anything, basically, but that's a very open-ended statement, right? It's not an unfair comment to make that, as an insurance policy, Eraring should be kept going. It supplies currently about half of New South Wales energy. It's due to be cut off in about August 2025, and that comes, of course, on the back of a number of other coal-fired power stations that will be shut down. The energy market operator has already said that if we are to meet our net zero targets by 2050, we need 10,000 kilometres of extra power lines, and we need to increase our solar and wind generation ninefold, and that will come at a cost of about $13 billion. We simply aren't ready to do it yet. The fact that we are entertaining at this point turning off power stations that provide such extraordinary amounts of our power when we really don't have the power to make it up yet, I mean, we're signing our own death warrant.
We've had protests now shutting down our major freight infrastructure for 3 days in a row. Blockade Australia climate activists causing the disruption proudly, claiming responsibility for this. The latest, a 22-year-old, he was sitting on top of a 9-metre pylon shutting down the Hunter supply line into the Newcastle coal port. Look, they are saying that they want to disrupt our economy.
Yes, so it's not just about the coal and the other fossil fuels. The fellow today said he wants to dismantle the system of Australia's economy. Well, good luck with that is all I can say. Every time you see these people, you have to wonder, what are they actually achieving? You know, I understand that everyone has their bugbear, and that's fine, they're environmentalists. But every time they go out and hang themselves off a pylon, or you had a woman in Melbourne today who disrupted traffic. There's more action that was going on in Melbourne earlier in the week, and the Port of Brisbane's been targeted as well. When it disrupts everyday people who are just trying to go about their jobs and their lives and feed their families and whatever, how many people are you actually convincing of your cause?
Yeah.
Especially when we know that we're planning to get out of the coal and gas business eventually anyway. It seems a bit of a moot point.
I don't understand how one 22-year-old individual can actually get himself into a scenario where he causes such disruption. Surely our authorities should be better prepared for this. Now, Shane Warne's ex-wife, Simone Callahan, has slammed an upcoming television series into her husband's life. She's calling the show, it's due to air on the weekend, unkind and mean-spirited. Why would a television production air something like this?
Well, because I suppose it's in the public interest. I mean, Warne's funeral was watched by some billion people around the world, and I mean, we all kind of know the story of Warne anyway. We know about what some people might call his misbehaviour, or what you might call the folklore of Shane Warne. There was always going to be interest in creating a mini-series out of that. Most of it's already stuff that's on the record. I understand why the family might have some issue with it, but I suspect a lot of people will tune in to watch it as well.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll be watching Sky News on the weekend.